do you come with?
You advertise.
Other than that, what do you come with?
What do you come with?
I come with the same shit Barack Obama came with. Hope.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? I'm something to be proud of in front of people. No.
Time out. I didn't say you forced me to get married, but did you not say to me that you wanted to be engaged and you wanted to be married before you lived with me? You didn't say that?
I want $1 billion. That don't mean I'm going to get it. I can want something,
asking,
but not.
You right now. You dodging the question.
Nobody pressed you to do it. Yes, is that something I wanted? Yes, it was. But
you didn't press me. Are you gonna lie now
so
to the people because we talking about sex? You're gonna lie now to the people?
DeVal. Knowing
you didn't want monogamy?
Of course I did.
So then why are you avoiding the question?
That's not avoiding the question. I'm saying, does that mean because I want it and I requested that you were going to deliver it? Like, nobody pressed you for that.
Time out. You just said you wanted it and requested it. Do you not hear yourself?
I can make a request. Is the request going to be granted?
Am I not granting you monogamy?
You are granting it to me.
So this is my question.
Look at your boy. Look at your boy.
This is my question. If you wanted monogamy,
okay,
why would you want monogamy if sex is a chore for you? That's the question.
If you don't have authority over your woman, you cannot protect her. Let me say it again before I motherfucking get into this shit. If you with a bitch that ain't trying to listen to your authority, you in a bad way.
Val had said to me one morning, he was like, and this is when it clicked to me, right? He was like, when you wake up in the morning, what's the first thing you think about? I said, well, open my eyes, thank God for another day. And then I'm like, all right, well, what do I got to do for the day? The kids have this, that, and the third. I got to do this, that, and the third, work. Everything else in between, all my errands I have to run. Why? And he was like, so where do I fall in the list of things that you think of?
Mm-hmm. I said that to her.
And I was like,
New Year's Eve, 2020.
I was like, and that was like a gut punch to me because I was like, wow, I'm really out here covering all these bases, but the one base that always holds me down. Mm-hmm. How dare me?
People don't know how to evolve sometimes, though. So you got backlash from people who felt like Toya Turnup or Watch Jazzy used to preach one thing through her comedy. But then now she's at a different point in life. So they were trying to hold you to that standard. How did that make you feel in that moment?
It's crazy because it's like, dang, like I can't evolve. Y'all want me to stay the same. It was like, y'all want me to be single so bad and you're mad because I'm not. Mm-hmm. That's your soundbite. Take that one. Like,
there you go.
Y'all want me to be single so bad.
Right.
And it's like, why can't I? If everybody's out here looking for love, why?
Essentially, I would think that most people are, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's like, okay, even though, right, companionship, love, somebody, a warm body, whatever it is, it's like, you don't necessarily want to be alone. And if you keep, and if you're telling yourself that, I think you're lying to yourself. Because eventually, you know, I read something the other day that was like, if you have nobody checking for you to make sure you made it home safe, nobody to wake up early for and have to do anything for, nobody home or waiting for you when you get home, is that freedom or is that loneliness?
The first thing is, we don't hate women at all. We don't hate women. We just don't trust them. See what I'm saying? You only hate women if you trusted them before. Problems with women come when you trust them, when you have expectations of them to be something that they're not.
Tell us the truth.
Val had said to me one morning, he was like, and this is when it clicked to me, right? He was like, when you wake up in the morning, what's the first thing you think about? I said, well, open my eyes, thank God for another day. And then I'm like, all right, well, what do I got to do for the day? The kids have this, that, and the third. I got to do this, that, and the third, work. Everything else in between, all my errands I have to run. Why? And he was like, so where do I fall in the list of things that you think of?
Mm-hmm. I said that to her.
And I was like,
New Year's Eve, 2020.
I was like, and that was like a gut punch to me because I was like, wow, I'm really out here covering all these bases, but the one base that always holds me down. Mm-hmm. How dare me? And at that moment, I said, never again will I do that.
That's good.
So now it's a thing where when we wake up in the morning or even before we go to bed at night, we'll have a little recap of the day. What do you have going on tomorrow? You wake up in the morning, babe, how you feeling? How's your spirit? How you know, what do you need help with today? What can I take off your plate to alleviate a little bit of stress or a little bit of confusion or something? And it could be something so simple.
Right now, we are talking about what happened on Lip Service. Deval Ellis and Kadeen Ellis were on. And they're a married couple, and they were talking about what do you do when your wife doesn't want to have sex as much as you do. Here's what he said.
Do you know how hard it is for a man to try to be monogamous to a woman, and then when he's ready to have sex, the woman act like she's bothering him? Especially when you're in relations for a long time. There's a lot of women who just like, oh my God, you want to have sex again? It's like, yo, I'm trying to be everything to you and only give you this. This is what I need. And then you act like it's a bother. And then when you have sex, it's like, fine, here, take it. So now we have whack sex when we have sex, or you don't want to have sex and you expect me to live like that? So then dude's like, you know what, I can't keep saying it because I don't want to bother her. So let me just go try to get it. Then he get caught.
But what I've noticed women do is that women try to train their husbands and love their children instead of training their children and loving their husbands. And I'll give you a very clear example. This same scattered arguments, because we get it in counseling a lot. He's so disorganized, he's so scattered. I don't know why a grown man can't pick up after himself. If my man train now, 30-something years, he no great train. You say, I love him. Now it's not going to work. Meanwhile, your children will throw things on the floor. And you will come in and you will pick it up. You say, oh, Junior, why are you dirty in this place? Oh, don't be a naughty boy. Mommy loves you, boo, boo, boo. Don't do that again. And you will pick it up. When what you should actually do is make your child pick it up. And you go and help your husband pick his own.
I need you to hear me. Other cultures tend to get this. And when I say other cultures, I'm talking about white culture, Indian culture. I'm talking about other cultures other than African Americans. And a lot of the time what happens is you're mistaking the playboy for a husband, and you're trying to marry a playboy instead of marrying a husband. And that's a lot of women don't realize this. A lot of women don't realize this. And this is why you continue to have such horrible dating experiences, because you could be sitting there ignoring the husband material, ignoring the man that is already put you in his forever category. A man will sleep with you, hang out with you, Netflix and chill with you, and you are not his type at all, but he enjoys the sex, he enjoys your company, he enjoys the fun. And now as a woman, you've put this type of man into the husband material. They looked at the playboy and said, he just wasn't the one, he wasn't faithful, he wasn't ready to settle down. But Rebecca, as a matchmaker, I want you to find me the man who looks like Mr. Playboy, who wants to be loyal and faithful to me and committed to me, and find me my husband, but I want him to look like Mr. Playboy and act like Mr. Playboy. And that's when I stopped matchmaking.
No, you're a Dusty. You are a Dusty. And he is settling for you. It would be considered struggle love if this man that you desire were with you, you know? And what you have to understand, again, I'm not trying to attack. I just want sisters to be real with themselves. The longer you stay in denial, the more you are going to frustrate yourself. When you are real with yourself about the type of woman you are and what you have to offer, then the better you'll be, because then you can start making those improvements.
Number one is your attitude. Ladies, I don't think women understand how major this is. If you're walking around and you're bitter, you're mad at the world, you're resentful about the last guy that broke your heart, all of this portrays and it reflects in how you deal with men. Number three is high expectations. If your prayer sounds something like this, God, please send me the man of my dreams. And please don't let him have too many kids. Don't let him have any kids. Please let him have a high-paying corporate job with benefits and a red Mustang drop-top convertible. And please let him be tall, dark, and handsome, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to stop you right there. Okay, that's your problem. Wrong. You got it wrong.
I am not allowed, based on our marriage laws and the contract we signed with each other, to have sex with anybody else.
Right.
So these urges that come, I have to share them with the one person I decide to spend the rest of my life with.
Right.
So that brings me back to my my soundbite.
Okay.
Right. I don't understand, and this is what we can discuss as a woman, because I don't want to say it's a man versus woman thing, but a lot of women do complain, oh, my husband's always on me. Why is he always on me? If sex is going to be a chore for you that you don't really want to do, why do women constantly push monogamy on men? If you know that you don't want to have to deal with him all the time just wanting you, why do you push monogamy on men?
Well, who's to say I pushed anything on anybody? Like,
well, we know that you pushed monogamy on me.
I pushed monogamy. I forced you to get married to me?
A few moments later.
Time out. I didn't say you forced me to get married, but did you not say to me that you wanted to be engaged and you wanted to be married before you lived with me? You didn't say that?
I want $1 billion. That don't mean I'm going to get it. I can want
but
something,
asking,
but not.
You right now. You're dodging the question.
Nobody pressed you to do it. Yes, is that something I wanted? Yes, it was. But
you didn't press me. Are you gonna lie now to the people because we talking about sex?
DeVal,
you're gonna lie now to the people?
DeVal, knowing.
Kadeen, you didn't want monogamy?
Of course I did.
So then why are you avoiding the question?
That's not avoiding the question. I'm saying, does that mean because I want it and I requested that you were gonna deliver it? Like nobody pressed you for that.
Time out. You just said you wanted it and requested it. Do you not hear yourself?
I can make a request. Is the request going to be granted?
Am I not granting you monogamy?
You are granting it to me.
So this is my question.
Look at your boy. Look at your boy.
This is my question. If you wanted monogamy,
okay,
why would you want monogamy if sex is a chore for you? That's the question. You're avoiding the question.
I'm not avoiding the question, but at first you said women or in general me specifically are pushing monogamy on somebody. Okay, yes, that's something that I wanted, but I didn't press you for it and be like, DeVal, I'm gonna hold a gun to your head to propose to me. Because if I knew that marriage and monogamy was going to involve me trying to meet you where you were at sexually for years to come, then I probably would have reevaluated it if I wanted to be monogamous anyway.
So that's fair, but we're not even talking about marriage. Let's even talk about dating, right?
Okay.
Two people are dating. Typically in society, who asks for exclusivity first, a woman or a man?
I would say a woman. I don't think that I was necessarily prepared or in the mindset to know that. It's almost like once you get into it, then you're like, oh shoot, like this is what I'm going to have to keep up with.
I get that.
Us speaking as 36-year-old people know that now. Had I known that at 26,
I get that.
I would have to contend with that. Even in the dating realm, then it might have been something I would have reevaluated. Again, 26 and 27-year-old Kadeen was like, okay, here's the natural succession of life. You graduate, you're working, you meet somebody, you guys are dating. You want children.
Yes.
I want children.
Yes.
We don't want to wait too long or too late to have children.
Yes.
Though now a lot of people are waiting until their 30s to have children.
And I understand why.
And we at that time felt like, well, we're doing everything in this natural succession that the forces that be have given us this timeline. However, I did not realize that after having children, after, career changes, all of the turbulences that we've been through in life, that was going to have a direct effect on my sex drive.
When you think that you found the one that's going to be different, when you think that you're such a great man that you're gonna turn what guys refer to as female nature, for all intents and purposes, for the rest of this show, we'll call it female nature. But these guys, they feel like they're going to change female nature. They feel like they've been the one man who's done what could never be done before, and that's finding a woman who doesn't have female nature. It can be done. So those guys have problems because they have an expectation. Every man who has a problem with women has fallen in love with a woman before. Every man who's had a problem with women has trusted a woman before. Every man who has a problem with women has been hurt by a woman before. Well, how can you be hurt by a woman except you expect her not to do what she did? How can you be hurt by a woman cheating unless you expected her not to? How can you be hurt by a woman lying unless you expected her not to? How can you be hurt by a woman's deception, or a woman stealing from you, or a woman doing any of these things unless you expected her not to? My question to you is, why did you expect her not to? Have you been asleep under a rock for the past 20 years? Have you not had any experience with women? Have you not known any men who had any experience with women? Have you not seen any men get taken down through there out in a relationship with women because they expected women to be different? We don't have that problem. That is 50% of this. I could end it right there. That's enough. We don't have an expectation for her to not do what she does. And we don't have an expectation for her to do what she's not going to do. It seems simple, but obviously it's not that simple when you look at how guys are dealing with it out here and the things that guys are going through out here. Now, another thing is this. We understand and accept our own nature. See, we don't focus on female nature. We focus on our own nature. Why don't we focus on female nature? Because her nature doesn't matter. When she's with me, I'm going to do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Her nature has absolutely no effect on me. I don't have any expectations of her, and I'm going to do what I want to do. So how does her nature matter? I accept my nature. I accept that my nature tells me that I don't want to be in a monogamous relationship. I don't want to have just one woman. You know, I don't want to have I'd rather have none than have one. I don't want to have just one woman. It ain't for me. I don't like it. I don't like the concept of it. I don't like the prospects of it. It's not going to happen. Before I have one, I'll have none. And that's just the reality of it. I don't want that. I know that about myself. I also know that immediately following sex with a woman, I don't want her around me. I don't want her laying up under me. I don't want her cuddling up under me. I don't want her touching me. I don't want her talking to me. I really want her to put her clothes on and leave. But if she ain't going to put her clothes on and leave, she better be quiet and leave me alone. Or I'm going to snap and tell the child to shut up. I know me. You know what I'm saying? We accept our nature. And we live within its boundaries. And we don't compromise those boundaries just so we can, quote unquote, make a woman happy. Just so we can, quote unquote, get the woman. Just so we can, quote unquote, compromise whatever we have to compromise in order to make the woman feel like she belongs with us. I don't care if she feel like she belongs with me or not. As long as she coming through to bring me what I want and doing what I need her to do, who cares what she wants? We're not concerned with a woman's wants. Women want everything. If you're concerned with a woman want, boy, you'll be walking around with chicken like a chicken with your head cut off, running around every damn day. You know what I'm saying? You can never give a woman what she wants. She wants everything. You can never give her enough. There's no such thing as giving a woman enough. You can never give her enough. You know, we have to keep in mind that we've mastered the art of getting the best out of a woman. That's the main problem that men have with women. They haven't mastered the art of getting the best out of a woman. You understand what I'm saying? You don't get problems from a woman when you master the art of getting the best out of her. You have to pull the best out of a woman. Women are prepared to give their best. Women are prepared to give just enough to get by. Women are prepared to give just enough for you to do what they want you to do. Give just enough for you to believe what they want you to believe. You got to be an expert at getting the best out of a woman. You got to know how to extract the best out of a woman. And alpha males have become experts at that. We don't have problems because she ain't got time to give us problems. She too busy giving us her best. You see what I'm saying? If you get a woman to focus on giving you her best, she don't have time to play games. Because let me tell you what happens when you give a woman your best. Now, this is free game right here that I should sell this, but you know, y'all my guys, man. So when you have a woman giving you the best that she has, she is less likely to mess that up because she is fully vested. Women only mess up things that they're not fully vested in. If a woman cheats on her husband, it's because she's not fully vested in the marriage. If a woman divorces her husband, it's because she's not fully vested in the marriage anymore. She may have been vested in the marriage for 20 years, but on the 21st year, she's not vested in the marriage anymore. Guess what? She bouncing. Ain't nothing you can do to stop her. Once a woman's not fully vested in something, she's out. A woman can only give effort to something that she's fully vested in. She can't manufacture any effort. That's why a lot of men be in situations with women, they can't get nothing out of the woman. You know what I'm saying? They don't get no loving. They don't get no cooking. They don't get no cleaning. You know, they don't get no affection, man. They don't get no appreciation. They don't get no reverence. They don't get no submission. They don't get nothing. All they get is competition. Why? Because the woman is not into them and she's not going to put forth the effort. You can't suddenly make a woman put. It's the same thing with cold approaching a woman. When you cold approach a woman, she's not interested in you. You got to keep chasing her and whining and dining her and dating her and doing all that because she's not into you. She's not interested in you like that. You understand? So she's only going to put minimal effort in. She's going to put enough effort in. She's going to talk to you enough. She's going to respond to your text enough. And she's going to let you take her out enough to keep you on the hook. So she can keep getting that validation of knowing that there's a man who wants her. And you may be an attractive man. There's an attractive man who wants her and she don't really want him, but he's chasing her. We are serious. As alpha men, we are serious about not giving women our validation. We are serious about not wasting our quote unquote non-sexual time. We're serious about that. And we're serious about being very meticulous about the women with whom we waste our sexual time. See, it's not enough to not give women your non-sexual time. You got to be very peculiar about the women you give your sexual time to. Every woman doesn't deserve sexual time. See, my thing is this. If I got to chase a woman, I don't want her. You know what I'm saying? I don't want if I got to chase her, my desire for her just wanes. I couldn't imagine myself having any desire for a woman that I have to chase. I just couldn't desire it. I couldn't imagine it. You know, I couldn't imagine that. A woman who lets me know she's not into me. I can't imagine it. If a woman ain't into me, hell, I ain't into her. I'm only into women that's into me. That's alpha. You know what I'm saying? That's another reason we're in a whole problem, man. We don't try to force women to be into us. We don't try to turn women on that's turned off. You know what I'm saying? We are cool. We live a great life. We just go about our lives, man. And when we come across a woman, man, who is turned on by us, then we're turned on by her and we have an amazing experience. We have more amazing experiences with women than the average man has. That's just the bottom line. Than most men have. Even though those men may interact with more women, we have more amazing experiences with women. So if you interact with 1,000 women, and you say you interact with 1,000 women in a year, and you get 50. Okay, cool. Out of those 50, you may have amazing experiences with 10. You know what I'm saying? I don't ever have to cold approach a woman, and I can have amazing experience with 10 women in a year. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about 10 women in a year. That's 12 months in a year, bro. You know what I'm saying? If I really, just any woman who showed me attraction confirmation, man, just capitalize on. Because this is the thing. If a 7 shows you attraction confirmation, she's going to be just as into you as the 9 is. When the 9 shows you attraction confirmation, she's going to be just as into you as the 7 is. You know what I'm saying? Attraction confirmation doesn't come from any type of set caveman type quality that we have where a woman there's certain things every woman likes, man. That's crazy. That's not certain things every woman like, man. Every woman have her own nuances. And when you get that group of women who all like the same thing, those women don't deserve an alpha male. Those women deserve, a lesser man. You know what I'm saying? A woman who deserves an alpha male is a different type of woman. But we ain't gonna get into that. That has nothing to do with this topic, man. Alpha is about easy, fool. What man makes it hard for himself? See, that's the difference between us and them. You have a guy who comes in here and tries to shame us for doing things the easy way. Who the hell wants to go harder than they have to go? Women aren't worth going hard for. I like when a beta male comes in here and tries to voice something that he thinks is alpha when he sounds more beta than he ever could. You know what? Let's talk about that for a minute. When you think about that concept, well, these guys say we should go the hard route. Why? For women? We already got to go the hard route for money. We got to go the hard route for health and wellness and fitness. We got to go the hard route for spirituality, living in this evil world. Man, how we gonna go hard for women? The only thing in this world that was given to us as a gift is woman. She's the only thing that was given to us as a gift. And what better way to know if a woman is a gift if she doesn't, show you attraction confirmation? That woman's for you. Why would we go after a woman who doesn't like us? Nigga, that's like applying for a job that you're not qualified for. How you gonna go apply to be a college professor and you dropped out in high school? You know what I'm saying? That's the type of thing we talking about, man. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, how you gonna apply to be a NFL coach and you never coached in high school, college, pee-wee league, nothing, never played no football, nothing, man. You've been in the band your whole life. Now you're gonna go apply for an NFL head coaching job? Nah, bruh. We have to understand that a man who speaks like that probably got some job that he hates, probably live at home with his mama, or, doesn't have a great life. When you got a great life, bro, you will not dare take some time. You could be doing something wonderful in your life, man, to try to convince a woman to like you. That's the difference between us and them. That's how you have problems when you try to convince a woman to like you. Obviously, you don't have what it takes for that particular woman to like you. Okay, move on. There's another woman who likes exactly what you bring to the table. That's how we go. That's why we don't have these issues. Another thing is this, man. We have a healthy desire for women. A healthy desire for women. Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I love women, bro. I'm talking about everything, the softness of their bodies, man, the curves, man. You know what I'm saying? I love to see a woman in a sweater, man, with her headlights on. You know what I'm saying? I love to see a woman in a sundress, man. You tell me, you name it, man. There's a lot of things. A t-shirt and panties, man. Woman don't even have to put on lingerie for me, man. Just t-shirt and panties, man. And don't come through with no boy shorts on, man. I just love women, man. I love them. I love everything about them, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially, man, when they take care of themselves, man. Them tenders, man. That aroma, man, that come out for them, man. Like, man, college chicks, man, are the best, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest with you. College chicks are the absolute best, man. They're absolute best. A college track star, a chick that run track in college is the absolute best. You can't get a better body than you can get from a chick that played track in college. Or a volleyball chick. Volleyball chicks have tight bodies too, man. They be tall, but they have tight bodies, man. So we have a healthy desire for women, but never a need. Never a need.